Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora here on site on location at AAC Media Days down in Texas. I am here with the Memphis Tigers and center Jake Likes. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Doing very well, and good to have you here. We were talking about this off the air. You said you got thrown off by a question about barbecue.
Yeah.
But you were telling me you smoke your own at the house.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm from Memphis originally.
Okay, so you're from Memphis, born and raised.
I'll say my high school I went to is 15 minutes away from campus. So yeah, I'm from local.
So you smoke how long have you been smoking your own?
Since I got a house in college, honestly, I started smoking it probably about 30 years ago. I started off with like a little Weber kettle grill. Yeah. And now I moved up to a Traeger. So I've kind of moved up to the big leagues now. So
what are you making?
Maybe baby back ribs, some wet ribs. That's my go-to, really.
Ribs?
Yeah, ribs. I'll smoke really anything though. I smoked a steak 2 nights ago.
Okay. Have you made brisket or no?
I want to make brisket, but I haven't done it yet. But that's my next thing I want to try.
I'm asking these questions. I always ask these questions when I'm starving. I don't know why I do that, but it's always when you're hungry.
Yeah.
So I bring that up in Memphis because the first time I went to the Liberty Bowl was a few years ago, and it was for the championship game for the American Athletic. And I, to this day, because I love barbecue, I tell everyone the best barbecue chicken I've ever had in my life is in Memphis, Tennessee.
Where'd you go?
It was actually brought to us in the media. I don't even know if they made it there or who made it or where it was from, but I can honestly say that whatever flavor they put on it, they use the Rendezvous barbecue sauce too.
Okay, yeah,
but
that's a staple. But
there's something about the chicken barbecue that I had at the Liberty Bowl in Memphis where I just said to myself, like, the beans are really good too, but something about that chicken stuck with me.
I'll say we have a lot of spots throughout Memphis that just have.
Where's the spot? Is there a spot? Couple spots?
So many spots. I mean, also you got Interstate Barbecue, you got Germantown Commissary. I mean, I can keep going. There's so many spots in Memphis. It's like you got to hit up if you want to get like a barbecue trail in Memphis, Yeah. But I'd say those are my two like go-tos that I usually eat.
So when you're kind of taking this tour around Memphis, besides food, what else do you love? I mean, being born and raised there, what can you say about what Memphis has to offer?
We have a lot. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to miss some, saying, but we got the Stack Studios, Sun Records. We got Elvis Presley's house. We got the Pyramid with the Bass Pro Shop. We got the Grizzlies downtown. Like I said, I know I'm gonna miss like a big one that like I'm gonna look back like but we got I think it's the largest park, like city park, maybe in the country, but it's a ginormous park in East Memphis. That had it's a giant like buffalo farm basically, but it's like open to the public. There's lakes that you can kayak on, plenty of trails. There's a lot of stuff that if you're like taking a tour of Memphis that you can stop and have fun at.
You mentioned that when you come out to Memphis, the Grizzlies are obviously there. They used to be in Vancouver. I'm a Raptor fan. Okay. They both came out in the league at the same time in 1995. Are you a Grizzly fan?
Diehard.
Diehard?
Oh, I'm a huge Grizzly fan.
Do you like Ja?
Love Ja.
Okay.
I got his jersey. I got his shoes. Like, yeah, and I'm like I said, I'm a long time. Like,
long time? Your whole life?
His whole life, grit and grind era. Before that, I mean, I'm like.
Do you know about the Bryant Big Country Reeves?
Big Country, yeah. He's from Oklahoma State.
Big old guy, wore number 50, I believe.
Yeah, he was. He got drafted when they were in Vancouver. And I don't even know how long he played in Memphis. If he did,
yeah, he was out in Vancouver. Sharif Abdur-Rahim, I have his jersey.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah, so I do have a Vancouver one. So getting from the court to the field, what is it about this year's team at Memphis for 2023-24 that you're most looking forward to, most excited about, something that maybe we don't know about this team?
We have a lot of new pieces. Yeah. So I'm excited to see some of the new guys, whether it be new guy from transferring, new guy from, that was a young guy last year that's finally getting a chance to play. I'm excited to see Seth grow into his third year and see how, he does this year, how he grows. And, I think we have so much potential on this team. We have we've been locked in all offseason. We've been focusing on the little things. We've been, coach uses the term all in. We've been all in on everything we've been doing all offseason. I'm just ready to put the pads on. I'm ready for the season.
Ryan Silverfield, since he's taken over this team, what can you say about his leadership style and what he does to kind of put his own stamp on the program?
Well, I came to Memphis if not for him, but he was at least a major part. Like
Yeah.
he was my O-line coach for a year. So I got to see both sides of him. I got to see, the O-line coach side of him. Now I get to see the head coach side of him. And he's been absolutely great. He, like I said, he focuses really on the little things. He wants like fine detail. Like he wants us. He talks about the standard, like living up to the standard on and off the field. We have a huge community service goal of our team. Like that is a huge part of our identity is community service. We we do stuff, like I said, like we praise guys, like if guys are like picking up the parking lot after hours, he'll call them out in the team meeting, like this is what we need more of, like we need more of this. So it's just not on the field, it's off the field, like becoming a man, basically, and trying to get us going the right direction. Like we have so much respect in that facility. Like we don't wear hats in the facility. We can't wear hoods in the facility. There's a lot of rules where it's like when you enter it, like you're entering your workplace. Like you have to like realize that when you enter the building. And so it's a great thing. I mean, he's been great for us as a leader, as setting the program on the right direction.
Yeah, you spoke about the no hoodies, no hats, walking like it's a business that you're going to work, right?
Yes.
What has that done for you? Does that almost create something subconsciously within the members of the team where you just start to know that where you go somewhere else and maybe when you apply for a job or something?
Yeah, so like there's a lot of things at Memphis that we do that will help us, in the future. But yeah, no, it's weird. Like I don't even think about it anymore. As soon as I open that door, I take my hat off. And I do that with a lot of places now. I'm like, I can wear a hat in here. Like, this is I'm going to eat dinner. But like subconsciously, I'm just like, but so it's great for that. It's taught us how to dress. Like we get a suit every single year because we wear a suit for the Tiger Walk and pregame. So every single year we get a brand new tailored fitted suit for us, and it's for us that when we get out of football that we can go interview for a job and we have a suit, like a nice suit for us to wear.
Right. And you spoke about the Tiger Walk.
Yes.
Bring me into the experience of that because people see that, but you're a Tiger, so you're doing that.
Yeah, so it's awesome. Getting off the bus, all gathering up, the band starts playing, and we start walking, and you see all the fans, you see your family and friends out there. I remember the first time I did, it was really just like a surreal experience. Like running out the tunnel for your first game and doing your first Tiger Walk. Like those are 1 and 2. And like just wow, like this is college football. You know what I mean? It was like I said, just hearing everybody chanting, doing the fight song while you and your teammates are walking out. It's an unreal experience.
The Liberty Bowl is a unique place.
Yes.
And when I got to experience it for the first time a few years ago, it's one of the places that stuck with me. Of all the stadiums I've been to, I thought to myself, like, this, I remember looking out the press box saying, like, take this view in because I've never seen anything that looked exactly like it.
Yeah.
How would you describe the Liberty Bowl?
It's definitely unique. I mean, like it's one of my favorite designs. You don't see many stadiums like that.
Yeah.
Design like that. You just got a great view. Like we have a picture in our facility. It shows like the Liberty Bowl, and behind it you can see like downtown Memphis, something like that. And it really is just a great atmosphere. And especially with the stadium renovations we're getting done that will be finished within the next 2 years, we're gonna have one of the top stadiums in the country. I'm really excited to see it. And plus, how many other stadiums can say they've been on SpongeBob? Because Liberty Bowl was featured on a SpongeBob episode. So,
I did not know that.
Yeah, halftime show, it was the Liberty Bowl that they showed. So how many other stadiums can say that?
That's pretty awesome. Are you a SpongeBob fan now?
Oh, growing up I was, absolutely.
So here's a funny thing that connects you and I. The Liberty Bowl being on SpongeBob connects you.
Yes.
The creator of SpongeBob comes from my hometown of Syracuse, New York. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So shout out to SpongeBob here from AAC Media Days. And think you'd hear that.
No,
so before we get into rapid fire,
yeah,
playing center,
right,
and being on the offensive line,
yeah,
if you do your job, most of the time nobody says anything about you.
Right.
If you don't do your job, everyone talks about it.
100%.
What's it like to be in a position of the offensive line where if you do what you're supposed to do, they talk about the quarterback, the running back, the wide receiver, the tight end. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, they talk about you guys.
Yeah, so it's our identity. We embrace it. We know what it is. We're we do all the dirty work, so all the skill players can get all the glory, and we accept that. We get our little, we get to pick up the running back after he scores or high five somebody running off the field, and we just try and sit back down and get our water. Like we know what it is. we really embrace that as offensive linemen, and like knowing like we're gonna go and notice, but what we do is gonna affect the win loss column, and that's what matters the most. You know, offensive line is the motor of your team. You know, and so like I said, we really embrace it as our identity, knowing like we're not the flashy guys out there. We're the guys in the trenches. We're there to get it done. And we're there to keep Seth up straight. We don't want any stains on his uniform after the game. And yeah, so we just really embrace the identity of that. It's a kind of an O-line culture that I think is universal.
Yeah, I mean, it's the ultimate unselfishness,
Right.
because doing, like you said, doing your job, you may not get the credit, but if you help the team as a whole win, then you've done what you're supposed to do.
So I think we're the only position in sports that don't have a stat. We don't.
That's true.
All we got
Very
what
true.
false starts and penalties. Like penalties. That's really it.
Why is pancake not a stat?
It should be. It really should be. We keep up with it as a group. Like
Yeah.
we know how many we had during the season. Like we'll watch and film. Like there's one, there's two. But
Who
yeah,
had the most pancakes last year?
I think it was Davion Carter. Number
Okay.
56.
Were you close?
I was up
Getting
there. I was up there, but
Okay.
say Davion, he throws people to the ground. He's very good at that. Yeah, he's very good at fishing.
Well, before I let you go here with Jacob Lake, center for the Memphis Tigers here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. We're going to play something called Rapid Fire.
Let's do it.
Put each other on the hot seat. We can ask each other anything in the world. You get to ask me the first question.
Anything.
Anything in the world.
Oh yeah, who's the coolest person you've had on that?
Had on the show?
Yeah, or interviewed. Either
Oh,
one.
interview. Coolest person. Probably, I'd have to say my mom's mom, my grandma G Mama. Before she passed, both of my grandmothers, I would probably say them both as a
Yeah.
tie. I recorded them, my G Mama and my Gammy,
Yeah,
and I just spoke with them about their lives,
yeah.
my grandfathers, because they passed away when I was 6.
Okay.
So it was just really neat to hear things that matter to them going
Right.
through World War II and all that.
Oh
So
yeah, that's awesome.
yeah,
No,
those
that's
would
really
probably be
cool.
my favorites.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right, Jacob, let me see here. If you hosted my show for a day,
Yeah.
if you came here on Wake Up Call and it's Jacob Likes, who would you interview?
I can pick
You
anybody.
can pick anybody.
I'm gonna keep it in the sports realm.
Okay.
Keep it in the sports realm. Man, that's tough. I might go Jason Kelsey.
Jason Kell. Okay.
Another center.
Yeah.
Big personality, great player. I can have some laughs with him and learn a lot.
Do you think he'll win a Super Bowl with Philly?
He already has.
Well, oh no, that's right.
Yeah, he already has one.
Because he was there with him. I don't know why I thought he wasn't there the
He's
first time
old.
around.
He's an old
Do you
man.
think he'll do it again? I don't know why I
They
thought.
definitely have the chance to 100%. I mean,
Can they get through Kansas City and the other Kelsey?
Kelsey. I mean, last year
Yeah.
kind of showed, they
Yeah.
they can. They just didn't go their way last year. But I mean, I could see that rematch happening again.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. What's your next one for me?
Oh Lord. Let's see. All right. What is what you said you were at the Liberty Bowl covering?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I covered the AAC championship there.
Okay, I was gonna say, what is the coolest game you've ever covered
Coolest game ever of anything.
of anything? It could be water polo.
Haven't done that yet. Done a lot, but so coolest game I ever covered. Probably. You know what? I would probably have to say last season with the Jaguars, there was 4 come down to the last second games. They were all at home and they were all wins. And I think it was 4 of the best games that they've ever had in their history.
Shout out to Riley Patterson.
Oh my, and funny story here, and I'm happy you brought him up. So covered Riley at Memphis because I've
Right.
covered Memphis the whole time that they've been in the Americans,
Yes.
what, a decade. So covering Memphis, I covered Riley.
Yeah.
I had never spoken with Riley. So when he got to Jacksonville, I went over to him and I said, hey, just so you know, like I covered you at Memphis, covered the team, and I covered the American Athletic. We started to build a relationship. I have his number in my phone.
Yeah.
And so what we'll do is we'll take a picture. I'll send it off to him and
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, what's up, man? But one of the saddest days for me was when the Jaguars brought in McManus, which
Yes.
I understand and I respect him. But when they let Riley go, that literally broke my heart. And I'll never forget. And I wear my cross around my chest every
He
day.
held it up after the
Yeah.
kick. Yeah.
I said to him, because we always talk about faith.
Right.
And he took his chain off and held it up. And I said, what was that about for you? He said, I said to God, if it comes down to the last play and it's up to me and I make it, I'm giving all glory to God. And I'm just and he literally took it off, put it in front of the camera, and he didn't say a word.
So he really is an unreal guy. He's one of my favorite people I've ever met at Memphis. I was at his wedding. I got his jersey hanging up at my house. He signed his
That's awesome.
Jaguar jersey for me. Like I said, he's one of my best friends. I love that guy.
Well, Riley, you signed one for him, so I'm waiting for my jersey.
Hey, I had to buy my own jersey though.
Oh, okay.
Buy
it and then have him sign it. But I'm happy you brought him up because I love Riley.
Yeah, great guy.
And I'm genuinely heartbroken about that. I hope he comes back someday.
Yeah.
So, all right, my second one for you. Or no, wait. Did we already do that?
Well, I just did coolest game you covered.
You just did coolest game for me.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna go, and that brought us to Riley. Okay. So how about we talked about food? Let's go to music.
Yes.
Best song ever, in your opinion.
Yeah, I do like I can't just pick one. I can say a couple.
Say a couple then.
Well, I mean, I'm a big country guy.
Okay.
So I'm old school country. I mean, you got
I like country too, but how far back are we going?
Marty Robbins.
Okay. I was gonna say, are we going George Strait, Brooks and Dunn? Like
I love George Strait. I
Okay.
love George Strait, but like I grew up with my grandfather. He had a Marty Robbins greatest hits CD in the tractor when we were like mowing grass and stuff and baling hay. So I would listen to that like on repeat. So I can sing every single song on that.
Okay.
So like Marty Robbins, probably Big Iron is probably one of my favorites. Oh Lord, it's Whiskey Myers. It's Turn to Stone by Whiskey Myers. It's been covered by a lot of people. I love that song. But then other genres like Free Bird, Leonard Skinner, Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's so many different. I have a list on my phone of like top 10 like
You
songs.
do?
Yeah, like hold on, let me just. It's all over the place though, because I try to figure it out with like different genres.
I like that you have a top 10. I didn't know that you had it. So
I mean, then
Perfect.
you got Unchained Melody, Elvis
Yeah.
Presley. Could You Be Loved, Bob Marley. Let's see, Through the Wire, Kanye. I mean, there's just so many different great songs out there. It's hard to
old
say,
Kanye.
old
Kanye.
Let's say Graduation Kanye.
Yeah.
Nothing, but yeah,
Pre-Kardashian ended his career, Kanye,
right.
because that always happens.
No, every
With the
time, yeah, I
Kardashians.
say, but yeah. So let's clear that up. But
What's
yeah.
your last one for me?
If you could do anything else besides this, what would you do?
Working on it. Screenwriting,
Okay.
acting, which I've gotten to do a little bit of both, but I would say screenwriting, comedy, and I'd like to do some of my music. I've been singing since I was 3.
What kind of music you sing?
It's kind of like it's like a classic rock R&B. Like there's a speed
Okay.
to it, but there's like an ode back to. It's like that Bon Jovi as
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of go back there, Maroon 5 type of feel.
Yeah, so
like that.
like love both those bands. Listen to them regularly. That's awesome. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
It's kind of it's a mashup of a bunch of stuff that I've just loved over the years.
That's awesome.
But country definitely has taken a place in it. I'll say that.
I was gonna say because to me, I'm getting my truck. I'm listening to George Strait. There's a lot of new guys. Like I'm a big Turnpike fan.
Okay.
I'm a big Turnpike fan.
I like Mitchell Tenpenny. I like him a lot.
Coulter Wall.
Do I know if I heard it? Maybe.
He's a new guy, but
Okay. All right. Yeah.
he's new, but he's like very old school in his way. I went to
Okay.
his concert earlier this year. I'm a big Coulter Wall guy.
Okay. All right. My last
question.
one for you, Jacob. Let's think here. What superhero would you be, and why?
That's tough. Because that's like a debate you've always had with your friends, like growing up.
Yeah.
And I've always changed my answer. But I mean, off the top of my head, my top 2, I mean, Thor and Captain America are like my 2 favorite.
Okay.
But then Iron Man's lifestyle, that's a pretty cool lifestyle to live,
That's a little ode from my goatee. Back
There we go.
Back
Yeah,
to Tony.
exactly. Yeah. So I mean, if I had to pick who I would want to be,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Iron Man because there's a lot more pluses that come with it. Or Batman. There's a lot more pluses that come with it.
Yeah.
Besides just being a superhero.
Yeah. Iron Man's house is a little bit cleaner than Batman's.
Yeah.
He's got a big old mansion, but he doesn't really clean.
Well, he's got a butler and everything.
Yeah, I mean he's got people,
Yeah.
but it always seems a little bit like the Bat Cave kind of spills out into the living room. You know?
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, like I said, like they're not my 2 favorite like superheroes. But if I had to pick who to be, I mean, you can't beat their lifestyle.
No. Jacob Legs, myself, Dan Tortora, AAC Media Days with a spotlight on the Memphis Tigers here on Wake Up Call. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.